3 nighttime habits that quietly spike blood sugar. Most diabetics still do. Number 1. You eat healthy, you follow the rules, and yet, morning after morning, your blood sugar tells a different story. No sweets, no late-night snacks, maybe just a glass of low-fat milk, a banana, or that heart-healthy cereal your doctor once mentioned. It feels like you're doing everything right, but your numbers say otherwise. And that's the part no one prepares you for. Because what's happening isn't about willpower. It's not because you failed. It's because some of the habits we've been taught to trust can actually work against your blood sugar, especially at night, when your body responds differently than it does during the day. If that's something you've felt, that confusion, that quiet frustration, just know you are not alone. Go ahead and tap like, not just for yourself, but for the millions of people silently facing the same uphill battle. Here's the thing most doctors never explain. Your blood sugar doesn't just respond to what you eat. It also responds to when you eat, how your hormones shift overnight, and even the tiniest routines that seem harmless. So that banana, that bowl of granola, that sip of milk to help you sleep, they could all be playing a role in raising your sugar while you rest, gently, quietly, but consistently. And the worst part? You might never feel a thing. No racing heart, no sweats, no dizziness, just a stubborn number staring back at you in the morning, and the creeping doubt that comes with it. This is exactly why so many people feel like they're doing everything right, but still not getting the results they deserve. But once you understand what's really going on and how just a few small nighttime changes can shift the entire pattern, you can finally start each day feeling more in control, more stable, and less like you're chasing your sugar. And if you want to keep learning how to make those shifts, not just what to avoid, but what to do instead, hit subscribe. You'll never miss the next layer of understanding that could change how you manage diabetes. Because we're just getting started. The first habit I'm going to show you is one that almost everyone does, even people who don't have diabetes, and yet it has a surprisingly powerful effect on your blood sugar while you sleep. Keep watching with me. This is where it gets personal. And if there's someone you care about who's been struggling with their morning numbers too, this might be the piece they've been missing. Feel free to share it with them. It could truly help. Habit number 1, screen time before bed. Let's start with something simple, and maybe a little uncomfortable. Because if you're anything like most people, myself included, you probably wind down at night with your phone, your tablet, or the TV humming softly in the background. It feels harmless, comforting even. A little screen time to quiet the mind before sleep. But here's what's actually happening behind the scenes. That gentle blue glow from your screen, it's doing more than lighting up the room. It's telling your brain it's still daytime. And when your brain thinks the sun is still out, it holds off on releasing melatonin, the hormone that signals your body to start shutting down and restoring. At the same time, your cortisol, the stress hormone, stays active longer. And cortisol doesn't just keep you alert, it also triggers your liver to release more glucose into your bloodstream, just in case your body needs quick energy. So even if you haven't eaten anything for hours, your body might still be flooding your blood with sugar while you sleep, because your screen told it to. That means a short scroll, a few TikToks, or just one more episode can quietly undo a full day of smart choices. If you've ever checked your sugar in the morning and thought, I didn't even eat anything, what's going on? You're not alone. Go ahead and tap like if this sounds familiar, because chances are others are going through it too and don't realize why. Now here's where it gets better. You don't have to throw your phone away. You don't have to give up your evening shows. You just need to give your brain a buffer, a chance to reset. Try this. Shut off all screens about an hour before bed. Dim the lights or switch to warm amber tones. Pick up a real book, stretch, or listen to calm music. If you must use your phone, turn on night mode and lower the brightness. It's a small shift, but it helps your melatonin rise naturally, your cortisol settle, and your blood sugar stay stable through the night. And if this is new information to you, if no one's ever connected screen time to blood sugar before, go ahead and hit subscribe, because there's more like this ahead that can make a real difference. Because here's the truth. It's not just your habits that need changing. It's the way we've been told to think about those habits. and we're just scratching the surface. Up next, we'll look at a bedtime routine that millions of people believe is healthy, but could actually be one of the sneakiest reasons your sugar rises while you sleep. Keep watching with me. You need to hear this next one. It might be the habit you thought was helping, but is quietly hurting you. Habit number 2, that healthy bedtime snack. Let's talk about something that feels helpful, but might be quietly working against you. You're doing your best. You're trying to take care of yourself. And maybe, like so many others, you've been told it's a good idea to have a little something before bed. Not cookies or cake, you'd never do that. Just a small glass of milk, maybe a banana, or a handful of whole grain cereal, just to keep your stomach from growling. You've probably heard it'll help you sleep. It's gentle on the system. It's better than going to bed hungry. But here's what no one tells you. Even the most innocent-looking bedtime snacks, the ones that feel healthy, can slowly sabotage your blood sugar. Milk, bananas, granola bars, even whole wheat toast. They all carry slow-digesting carbohydrates. That means by the time your head hits the pillow, your body is just starting to process them. And around 1 or 2 a.m., while you're fast asleep, your blood sugar could be quietly peaking, not calming down. No symptoms, no alarm bells, just higher than expected readings in the morning, and that sinking feeling of what did I do wrong? If you've ever felt that frustration, waking up to a number that doesn't match how disciplined you were the day before, hit like. You're not alone, and it's not your fault. These habits are easy to adopt because they seem so reasonable. But once you understand how nighttime digestion and insulin sensitivity work, you'll start to see why even a healthy snack at the wrong time can completely shift your fasting numbers. What to do instead? You don't have to go to bed hungry, but it matters what you eat and why. If you really need a snack, choose something low-carb, high-protein, a few almonds, a boiled egg, a spoonful of Greek yogurt, unsweetened. And if you're not truly hungry, don't eat out of habit. Sometimes your blood sugar doesn't need more food, it needs more rhythm and rest. If this surprised you or made something finally click, tap subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. There are dozens of common habits just like this that quietly shape your sugar patterns, and most people never connect the dots. Because now that you've seen what happens when you eat before bed, you need to see what happens when you sleep too little or too late. Keep watching with me. The next habit may be the one that's quietly weakening your insulin, even if you're doing everything else right. Habit number 3, inconsistent sleep timing. Now let's talk about a habit that has nothing to do with food and everything to do with when and how you rest. Because even if you eat well, even if you move your body during the day, your blood sugar can still suffer if your sleep is out of sync. And if you've been going to bed later and later, or pushing your bedtime around from night to night, you're not alone. Life gets busy, TV goes late, that quiet time at night becomes the only moment that feels truly yours. But here's the part most people never realize. Every time you shift your bedtime, even by an hour or two, you throw off your body's circadian rhythm, the internal clock that regulates hormones, digestion, and yes, blood sugar control. When your rhythm is off, your insulin response weakens. Your body becomes less efficient at processing glucose, even if you haven't eaten anything unusual. And what's worse, this effect can last into the next day or stack up over time. In fact, studies show that people who sleep less than 6 hours a night consistently have higher insulin resistance, elevated cortisol, the stress hormone, and yes, significantly higher fasting blood sugar the next morning. If you've ever told yourself, "I'll catch up on sleep later," or shrugged off those late nights as part of getting older, you're not the only one. Go ahead and tap like if this feels a little too familiar. Someone else out there might need to hear this too. But here's the hopeful part. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be more consistent. Even small changes, like winding down 15 minutes earlier each night, can begin to shift your body back into balance. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of true rest. Turn your evenings into a ritual of restoration, not just distraction. It's not just about sleep. It's about giving your body the chance to reset, repair, and respond the way it was designed to. And if no one has ever told you that your blood sugar can be affected by your bedtime as much as your breakfast, go ahead and hit subscribe, because that insight alone can change how you approach your entire day. You don't have to overhaul your life overnight. You don't need a perfect routine or a strict schedule to see results. Sometimes it only takes one change, the right change, to create a ripple effect across your sleep, your sugar, and your energy the next morning. Start small. Start where it feels doable. Maybe that's powering down screens earlier. Maybe it's swapping that snack. Maybe it's simply going to bed at the same time for 3 nights in a row. If this video helped you understand something new about your body, your habits, or your diabetes journey, go ahead and give it a like. It helps others find this too. And if someone you care about has been struggling with their numbers, especially in the morning, consider sharing this. That small act could make a big difference. If these 3 habits surprised you, just wait until you see what happens when 8 more slip under the radar. Click here to watch what happens to diabetics who ignore these 8 nighttime habits. You need to know this. It's simple, it's powerful, and it just might be the piece you've been missing. Click here to watch that now, and keep watching with me. We're just getting started.